Hey y'all, addiction. You know that old monster that lives in the mirror? I do. Let's dive into that. You ever look in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back at you? I'm talking about eyes so tired they ain't got no light left. Skin pale from battling something you can't even see. That's what addiction will do. It don't knock on the door. Nah. Creeps in the back when you're lonely and you're tired and you're trying to forget. And before you know it, that old monster is wearing your boots, talking in your voice, and is ruining your life. Let's dive into what it means to be addicted. Addiction don't care if you're rich, if you're poor, you're pretty or plain, educated, or dropped out in the 10th grade. I like to call it the old equal opportunity destroyer. It's not just drugs or alcohol either. Shoot, you can be addicted to painkillers, food, your dang phone, attention, even toxic relationships. It don't discriminate. Addiction is anything you turn over to numb that hurt instead of heal the hurt. You ain't weak for struggling. You're human. But if you don't face it head on, you'll end up a ghost with a pulse. You know what I'm saying? Alive but not living. Let's talk about where that old addiction comes from. Now let me tell you something. A whole lot of folks don't admit this. Most addiction don't start with pleasure. Man, it starts with pain. Abuse. Maybe somebody walked out on you. Maybe you got a brain that just won't shut up and you do anything to quieten it down for 5 dead-gum minutes. That little escape, the drink, the pill, the gamble, the little scrolling on the internet, starts off feeling like a lifeline, but it don't take long before it becomes like a leash or something. And that leash tightens every time you try to pull away. It ain't about just saying no. If it was that easy, we wouldn't have rehabs and prison beds and broken families scattered all over this dead-gum country. It's about digging deep, finding the pain that's been driving that behavior. They're learning to sit with it, not run from it. Let's talk about how it destroys and who it hurts. Let me just be real straight with you. Addiction ain't just killing you. It's taking prisoners. Your mama, your kids, your daddy, your spouse, your best friend, they're all watching you drown and screaming from the shore, but you're too numb to hear them. You start lying, probably stealing and hiding. You lose jobs, lose trust, lose yourself. Then you get to that point where the only thing that makes the pain go away is the very thing that's causing it. That's where that old devil lied to you. That's his deal right there. He'll promise you that comfort, and then he'll deliver you the chaos. Let me tell y'all something that might surprise you. You can beat this. It's hard, it's ugly, it'll break you down before it builds you back up. But that recovery, it's possible. I've seen a lot of people come out of addiction. I've seen people that left the pill bottles behind and they start businesses, ministries, homes full of love. But it really just starts with telling the truth. Not to others, first to yourself. You got to tell yourself you're not okay and that you need help. That right there, that's strength, not weakness. That's the doggone turning point. Let's get into that healing process, the healing road. So what do? First of all, you admit you got a problem, you say it out loud, you get mad at it. Get help. That might be rehab, a 12-step program, therapy, church, calling your cousin that's been clean for 7 years. Change your people, your places, and your patterns. If the folks that run with got nicknames like Tank, Crazy Mike, or One-Eyed Jimmy, you might need new friends. Build those relationships and the habits, the good ones. Replace that addiction with purpose. Start walking. Read a dead-gum book. Pick up fishing. Serve at a food pantry. Do something that ain't about you. And here's the biggest one. Forgive yourself. You ain't your worst mistake. You're not the bottle. You're not the needle. Not the lie. You're a doggone human being. You're not AI, and you're still here, which means God ain't done with you. Being sober don't mean you'll never struggle again. It just means that you fight back now. You recognize that monster in the mirror and say, not today, son. You just win one day at a time. Sometimes 1 minute at a time. But every time you choose to feel instead of numb, you win. Every time you call a sponsor instead of your dealer, you win. Every time you pray or cry or just sit still instead of running, you win. And after a while, the days start stacking up. And then you ain't just alive, you're living. Y'all, if you're struggling today, I want you to know I see you. And you ain't alone. Drop me a comment, a message. Message somebody else. Reach out. Don't you dare believe that lie that nobody cares. Oh, Uncle Tommy cares. This community cares. And God sure as heck does. You're not too far gone. You're just getting started. Like, subscribe, and share this with somebody who needs to hear it. Because addiction may win this round, but it don't get to win the fight. I love y'all.